And there's also a letter from the county judge expressing that the county is declining to provide any funding for FY 16-17 for animal control operation. Just one item for your information. From October of 2014 to September of 2015, we handled 436 animals out of the county, 6 wildlife animals, and 161 animals from the city. In this current fiscal year, from October 15 through July of 16, we've handled 362 county animals, 10 wildlife animals, and 187 city animals. So we're maybe overall a little bit down in the total number. I think the number of animals that are in the city, we're up a little bit this year, but looks like it's probably going to be down a little bit before the end of the year. But discussions with the county judge, they are hopeful that the city will see fit to continue taking animals and picking up animals, both in the city and the county. And while I have some feelings about their paying for our services, I think it's probably to our benefit if we do continue picking up in the county, just simply on the basis that otherwise they're going to get dropped at the front gate of the animal shelter. They're going to get turned loose and around. And we also are the zoonosis folks. We have to deal with rabies with a designated rabies office for Somervell County. We have to report to the state. In any case, if we had a rabies case, we would still have to handle it. So, just an aside from everything else that's going on with the county. And with that, move into wherever y'all would like to start.
I think probably at this point, start going through the departments and their proposed budgets, unless council, yes, do you have any questions before we?
Real quick on the animal control, is there a requirement for the county to have a rabies control officer by state statute?
I think by state statute it is. I think that has been delegated to the city, and the city has accepted that position. Since the county does not have a designated animal control operation, I'm not sure how that falls out, Robert.
Is that just a verbal or is it written somewhere?
It's a matter of state law that the county is responsible for that if in fact there is no other operation within the county. And since we have that and have been designated as the rabies contact in that regard, I don't know how that would fall out. That would.
Rabies Control Authority is an appointed position, and we let it fall to the animal control,
Right.
but it can be absolutely almost anybody can have been Rabies Control Authority for counties and cities as well as bases, positions or something like that. Just as somebody to oversee the book, it's easy for animal control to pick it up.
I think the county could have, just my opinion, the county could have given us something. It leaves the taxpayers in the city we're gouged twice.
Some response back from the mayor to the county judge might be appropriate, since we are the designated rabies authority.
And my only question to the council would be, along what lines would you want me to respond? Is there a proposed consideration or some type of discussion?
Do we
Maybe your agreement with respect to reimbursement for if we?
Keep track of how many animals we take care of and send them a bill.
I'm just, I don't like not being organized.
We'd have to call, set up policy, right?
Yes.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
You know, we've got this,
Councilman Jones.
we've got years of historical data of how many animals came from the county. And if you figure the bare minimum cost of disposing of those animals, at, when it costs $10, $15 an animal,
Okay.
and that'll get you a little bit of money from the county, maybe to dispose of them, and we continue to provide service out to the county as far as picking up strays. But we'd have to have authority to go out to the county too. It's our kind of our restrictions stop at the city limits. We'll take them in all day long.
So basically pulling up for, how long have we had the agreement with the county?
We've had it for a dozen years.
1999. Well, if the building opened October 1999.
Okay, so somebody do the math, this is not my forte. So less than 10 years.
17 years.
17 years, okay, so you've had it for 17 years. See, I told you math was not my forte. Can we pull the last, 7 years worth of figures? Do we have them back that far, Tammy?
Figures of animals?
Yes.
I
Okay.
can.
Okay.
Well,
and-
I've got, my program started, I think, in 2012. And I'm
Same.
ready.
Okay, so that would give us 4 years of figures.
Yeah.
So if we can pull those 4 years of figures, average them, sit down and calculate a cost, and then I'll go back with, we would at least expect, our,
But if we get a flat
Yeah.
fee for this
Flat
year,
fee.
we can keep track of it, and rather than sending the bill every month, if they're not gonna pay anyway.
right,
Good. Just kidding.
that, is that kind of where we want to go with this?
You're saying in these figures here, we're at 2 to 1 county. Is that what you just said?
2 to 1.
We took in 362 animals from the county so far this year.
So far.
187 from the city. So it's almost 2 to 1.
And the year before was a little bit more. We used to bring in close to 1,000 when I first started out there, and most of them were from the county. But over the years, our numbers have gone down because we've worked hard to try to let everybody know you can turn an animal over. So, I did get a call, last night I went out to a call with SO. It's a very aggressive dog, they could not get near the truck. And I had to get, the SO's asking, what do they do in a situation like that if we go away? So, it was tough.
Okay, the city administrator, tomorrow, the next, we'll sit down and draft something. If you can get those figures to us and what the average cost per day is to house an animal there. Okay.
During how many years?
She has records starting back 4 years ago. That's when her program started. Yeah, so it'll be over the last, what she has in her records over the last 4 years. In the last 4 years. As of, well, those average it out and multiply that by the cost as a proposed. And then bill them, at the end of the year? End of the fiscal year? Council?
I'd like to see us bill them at the end of the quarter.
Every quarter.
End of the quarter?
But question for
Yes, sir.
City Administrator. We can set up special utility districts for certain areas to collect monies to provide that service. Animal control is distinctly, it's not just city, it covers the entire county. And we're asking 2 entities to pay for it. Could we establish a taxing entity to cover the entire aspect of animal control that would be county applied and run by the city? Based on 2,000 households, if you had $10 per household or $10 per $100,000 worth of valuation, you would have more than enough money to run animal control. It'd still be dependent on limited coming in, but if we raised, if it came out to $10 for $100,000, we'd still have a lot of money to, I think we have about a $2 million tax base on our county fire plan.
To answer your question, I don't know that I've ever heard that being the case, but certainly I'll go to the legal counsel and see if there is provision for that.
It's like we want to raise taxes.